85% of ML projects will fail to deliver value. Well, at least according to a study by Gartner. And I have good news. In Unit 8, we delivered more than 50 projects across 10 different industries. And fortunately for our customers and us, we see much more favorable ratios. And in this presentation, I want to share with you lessons that we learned and best practices that we learned. So hopefully your ML solutions will make it to the right side of this equation. So first point, as much as we all love technology and we tend to get excited about the newest and greatest developments in tech, we really need to put business first. And that's something that is easier said than done quite often, but it's vital that we start with the business and we derive the tech solution from there, not a very tempting other way around. Data, absolutely vital for ML. We all know that. About a decade ago, everybody was getting excited and hyped about big data, fast data, unstructured data, you name it. And over time, I think we all realized it's not about the size or structure or speed or other things. It's about having right data for the problem that you are solving, as simple as that. And the companies that we see most successful in this space are those who are very strategic about how they think of data, what data they capture, how they store them, how they process them, and how they govern them. So they really treat the data as a true asset, which they are. And the most forward-looking companies that we know are even going beyond the boundaries of the enterprise and are trying to build the best data sets in the whole industries by collaborating across enterprises. And if you don't believe me, I hope you would maybe listen to Andrew Yang with his movement from model-centric to data-centric AI, which is all about that. And if data is so important, then data engineering is vital. Let me tell you a story. I've been talking to an exec of one of the largest Swiss banks, and he told me, Marcin, for decades, we built our IT systems in a way such to make it super hard to actually access the data and to make it almost impossible to join the data between different domains. And now, we need to put all that upside down, so we are going through a massive, massive data engineering exercise. And that is symptomatic, because we see a lot of our customers facing similar issues and being at very similar point. Of course, depending on the size of the company, the scale might be different. And this is quite interesting because if you look at the profiles and skills of graduates that are coming out of universities every year, we see a lot of emphasis on data science, whereas in reality, for every data scientist, in practice, you might need between 5 to 10 data engineers to really get you where you want to be. Data and models cannot live in the void. So it's absolutely vital to have very strong infrastructure to support your efforts. And it's not only about infrastructure, but it's also about having right processes and best practices to make sure that the models are not done somewhere in the corner on a laptop and never are deployed to production, but they are robust, they are reliable, they can be trusted, they produce repeatable results. And that's all which MLOps is about, that I'm sure you hear a lot about those days. So if you wrap it all up, the most successful companies that we see in this space are those who invest heavily, not only in the models, the very top of this pyramid of needs, but that invest heavily in the bottom, middle, and upper part of it, which are foundations. It's all about data, it's all about data engineering, it's all about data infrastructure, and it's all about MLOps. And my first thought was about business value, right? If we are really honest, and sorry to say that in applied machine learning days, it's not always about ML. Quite often you can generate substantial value, business value I mean, by bringing the right data to the right person at the right moment in time. So the message here is, you probably should not always start with ML if the goal is really to generate business value. Simple means can deliver a lot. This is it from me. And what remains to be said is that I'm Marcin. I'm founder and CEO of Unit 8. We are a data and AI services provider. And I would be more than happy to continue discussion with you at booth number 8. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marcin. Thank you very much. And we certainly agree. This is why we have the letter A in front of ML, so that the application comes first.
Absolutely.
Fully agreed. Thank you very much.